Hey guys, welcome to another night in the shop. I'm Fred. So tonight I've been dying to get this table made for this saw here. So yeah, it's been last week was really bad, or the week before. I lost one of my dogs. Anyways, she's in a better place. That's the way I'm looking at it now. So anyways, tonight we're going to mill the slot out for the table, and that gives me the access to. I'm going to put this little plate in, and I'm going to slot up the table so I can remove this plate and change out the blade if I ever have to without having to take the whole thing apart. So let's go over to the mill and we'll start milling, making some chips. All right. Well guys, what we're going to do is, I got a little scribe here. We're going to come out 500 thou, which gives me exactly 3/4 of an inch from the center to the outside. And we're going to take that off, and we're going to come up to this little point here where I have a countersink, and mill that out to the thickness of that plate, which is I think it's 125. Let me just double check here. 125. Yep. So that's exactly 1/8 of an inch. So we're going to mill that down. All right. And I'm going to zero in my little DRO here. We'll go to inches. There we go. I'm going to lock this up here. Lock it there and go exactly, take that off there. Go 125 in depth. There we go. All right, let's lock the quill up there. All right, let's go. So we're going to take it, I'm going to take the first cut to the outside there. So let me just get this set up to 500. There we go. Go. Lock it off. I'm going to feed her in manually real slow. I'm going to put a little bit of air on there just to evacuate the chips. Get them out of the way here. So just make sure you're getting all that. Yep, alright. Let's continue on. It's going to be a little noisy, but I'm using a Chamfering roughing bit here. Yeah. Yep, half inch. One by hand here. We're about 700 RPM.
Okay. Lock cable there, unlock cable there. And we're going to use the Y-axis here to go across. And we're back to center, and now we go 500 thousandths the other way. Unlock cable up there, unlock it there, and then we'll go down.
Okay, let me just clean a little bit of this mess up and we'll come back. Okay guys, we're back. So we're just gonna take this little piece out here to clean her up. I'm gonna do a conventional mill on this. We got some air on there. And we'll put the auto feed on. Take it nice and easy. This mill doesn't have a top gear or a high-speed gear and a low gear. You got to do it all by swapping the belt. So right now she's in the middle for torque. Once this is done, we're going to put a pass right into the bottom and clean out a little groove. That's where if I need to take the blade off the saw, I don't have to take this plate off all the time. So. Okay guys, so we're at the end. I'm going to mill the rest of this out and then I'll come back. Okay guys, we're back. So we got the groove put in there. I'm just going to lower the table here, and we're going to change out this mill bit to a small 1/8, or the smallest. We'll put it this way: the smallest one I have on hand. So let me just see what that is. I believe I've got a carbide 4-flute here, a 3/16. So that'll be the bit of choice, I guess, because that's all I have right now is for being small. I got a couple carbides here. Let me see. No, that's too big. Let me see this one here. That's too big here. Oh, I got a quarter here. I got a quarter bit here we use. This is a high helix bit. So we'll use this little baby here to put the groove down the middle. So give me a minute, let me change it out and we'll come back. Okay guys, we're back. I'll try to give you a better angle here, and I'll zoom you in a little bit here. So we're going to take a little slot right down the middle, and that there bit is a 1/4 inch carbide. So we'll use that to make the little groove. Table's centered on the DRO, so we're ready to go. All right. I'm going to crank this up to about 850, and so I'll feed her in. Let's hope she doesn't go bing. Get some air on there. little chamfering mill in there. Put a little chamfer right across there. It's still centered, so let's get on with it. Let me wind this down. Get this bit out. Put this one back in its package so it doesn't roll off the table and become a flat end mill. All right. No, I have a manual drawbar on this one. That's why I'm beating the shit out of it. So, hang in there. Let me get this wound up here a little bit. And then I'll bring the quill down. But before I do that, I'm just going to clean up a little bit of that crap there. So, I'll come back as soon as I vacuum up. We got the chamfering mill in there. I'll see if I can get you up in the close-up here. There we go. So we're just going to run that right across the plate there. Get rid of those little rough edges there, and we'll call her done. All right, let's get on with her. This plate is just mild hot rolled plate, quarter inch thick. Okay, as you can see, it took out that rough edge, made it nice. So I'm not worried about these. I'm just going to take a file to this part here. But let me unlock here. Pull this back up. And I'll drop the table down. Let me get that piece of cold rolled here. So this will fit in like this here. I think it's got to put some radiuses on the end. This is not the exact piece I want to use. I wanted to use it's another 1/16 of an inch thicker. So I'll be picking that up tomorrow. But and then we're just going to put some screws on the side, so the screws go half and half. Countersink them, and that's it. Bob's your uncle. Anyways, guys, that's it for tonight. When I get that plate, the proper size plate, we'll put her in place and finish drilling the holes. All right. Hey guys, we're back. I found a piece of plate last night, and we're gonna put it in the saw here, the wet saw, and just take off that 1.5 inches. So give me a minute. Let me cut that down, and I'll come back to you. All right, hang in there. Okay guys, we got that little piece of plate. I found a piece of hot rolled 3/16 plate, so I'm just going to take this little sharp edge off here on the grinder, and we'll fit it to the plate. All right, just give me a second. I'm just going to fire up my little grinder here, just get things out of the way here, and we're just going to take out that little rough edge there.
That's that, guys. Nice clean, no rough edges, no sharp edges other than the corners. And what I'll do is I'll get some radius gauges and put a 1/2 inch radius on there, and we'll radius it out on the grinder like so. The ends of this, the side of this, so it fits in that plate. So give me a few minutes and alright guys, that should about do it. So let's go put it in the plate. Let me just move the camera. Okay guys, so I just massaged the plate on this side a little bit. This is a little bit too big, just fit in there real tight. Now what I'm going to do, and it's oh, it's pretty level, I like that. I like that a lot. I'm just going to take the radius. I got my little radius gauge there. It wasn't a 1/2 inch, it was like hang on, let me get it for you. It was 17/64. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some my die on there, and we're going to radius that out so it sits in there nice and pretty. All right, so let me get some Sharpie on there, or some Dytel, Sharpie, and we'll put a little radius on there so it fits snug into that little groove there. Okay, I'll come back. All right, give me a few minutes. Okay, guys, I've just oops daisy, put a little Sharpie mark on there. What we're going to do is I'm going to set this in here and see how far I have to go. And we're going to take this little radius gauge here and scribe it. Sorry I can't get in close because my fat head, my fat hands, and my fat arms are being in the way. But I will show you the end result when I got it all done here. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that. I got little scribe marks on both sides, and I'm going to put her back on the grinder there, and we're going to radius that, and then we're going to fit it. Okay, hang in there. Okay guys, so we're going to put a little radius on this, and we'll fit her in there slowly. I'm going to take off too much at a time, just enough. Almost there. Okay, let me put that one into place. Hang in there. Alright, let's do the other side here now. Alright. Okay guys, so we're back. So we got the little radius on both sides, which was a, oh geez, gotta get that in the light, 17/64. And it fits in there pretty damn good. I'll give you a shot of that. With the plate, out the plate. With the plate. All right. Now we're gonna head over to the drill press, and we're gonna drill little holes across here. I think 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side, and we're gonna be done with this. Then I can mount it back on the saw, put a little slit in there with the hacksaw. The length of the blade, which is about 1/2 inch, maybe a little more, and this will keep this plate rigid, so when I weld the legs on, she doesn't kind of bounce all over the place. So let me get these holes drilled. All right, I'll come back. Guys, I know the compressor's on, so what I'm doing is just put some Sharpie on here, because I'm going to use these little socket head screws on the sides, and we're going to countersink these with the plate. So I'm using these little socket head screws here. So the outside circumference will actually hold the plate in place. I wanted to get some meat, so I'm actually going to go 0.150 to the edge of this. I'm going to scribe it with my caliper here on both sides and on the ends, and that will give me the little overhang. Get rid of it there. So when I countersink that plate in there, and then put that in, that'll stop the plate from moving around. Anyways, you'll get my drift when I get this all done. I'll come back when I'm all scribed up and we're in the drill press. Okay, we're gonna just use a center drill. I've already punched all the, put the punch marks in here where I want the screws, so let's get on with it. Get a little oil on there. And I just kind of eyeballed the how many screws I needed here, so no specific measurements. Really, it's not critical here. All right, let's get the drill in place. I'm using a 2432. Okay, let's get some oil on these holes here. And I might have to take my little vise off here. Just so I can maneuver the plate around over the center. Lock the table down. Let's get on with her. Okay, I'm going to sharpen that bit up and I'll come back. Okay guys, I got the holes drilled. I had to sharpen that drill bit. I'm just going to clean this plate off a little bit and then we're going to fit the other piece in. Alright, let me just clean off this plate, get a couple clamps on here. And, yep, Bob's your uncle. Alright, let's get this fitted in. Alright, let me get this on the edge and clamp down enough that I can maneuver this thing around. Alright, give me a second, I'll come back. Okay guys, so I got the plate on there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this around and get it to the first countersink hole, if I can, which is right about there. And just line that up, tighten her up, and put a little oil on her. Yeah, let's tighten that up too. Don't want that wiggling around. There we go. All right. Perfect. All right, so we just wind this around so you can get a view. I don't know if you can see that. Here, let me give you a close-up. Hang in there. So now it's countersunk on both the plate and the main plate, and that'll hold it in place. So I'm going to do that for all the rest of these holes, and then we're going to tap it. All right, I'll come back when I get all these holes countersunk. Hang in there. We're back. So I'm just going to put a few of these taps in there, get these down secured, and I'll give you an idea of what my intention was here. I'm using these 1/2 inch socket head screws here. Let me just get that tap running there one more time. I got a little bit of crap on there. All the way down. That's what it was. Just had to go all the way down. So you can see the edges are just catching on it where where I countersunk, and that should hold this plate in place. And then I'll just put a little slit here for the saw blade, and then we'll get it all back together. So let me get all this tapped, get in the screws, and I'll come back. Hey guys, I'm just going to take the little burrs off these ends here. That should do her. Yeah. Oh, awesome. Turned out well. So let's get the screws in here. This is the boring part. Let me get all the screws in and we'll come back. Okay guys, so we got all the screws in and there you have it. So that's the plate part, and it's I'm not really worried about the, oh, it's pretty damn good. Just a little bit. All right, so she's done, and what I'm gonna do is I gotta cut this little notch out here for the blade guard. This little gizmo here where the bandsaw travels, and we'll get that done. We'll do that tomorrow. So for now, I'm just gonna leave it like this, and we'll come back tomorrow. All right, guys, hang in there. Okay, guys, so I just mounted the plate for shits and giggles. So I've got her all mounted. I gotta get the feet underneath, weld the feet underneath here. Maybe we'll get that done tomorrow, but I gotta cut that little square out like I said before. But I thought I'd just give you a little a view here. Let me zoom you in here. So yeah, so everything worked out pretty good. I'm quite pleased with the outcome. These little socket screws just overlap this plate here to hold it in place, and yeah, worked out well. So anyways, we'll come back tomorrow, cut that out, maybe get the feet welded up on there, and that'll be it. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.